Right now, let's say good morning to Kevin Richards with Ventura Web Design, who designed my website and did a pretty good job, I thought. How you doing, Kevin?
Hey, good morning, Alan. I know you can also check out that pet pick of the week over at alanstock.com, where your listeners can see a brand new picture of you as well.
Oh, that brand new picture of me? That looks so good. They'll be able to tell me from the dog, I guess, huh? Well, maybe they will. Maybe they will. I don't have the collar on. All right, so here's the deal. I know a mom has created an app that locks her kid's phone until the kid gets the unlock code. What's all this about?
Yeah, so I guess I don't have teenagers yet. You've gone through that fun yourself. So, but they didn't have smartphones when they were teenagers.
No, not at all.
So, what teenagers do today apparently is when the parent, call them, they decide to hit the ignore button. So one mom got tired of that happening, and she created an app. And basically what it does is when she calls, if they hit the ignore button, she has the ability to basically lock their phone.
Seriously? Really?
Yeah, until they get the unlock code, and it tells the kid who locked the phone. So it could be the mom, could be the dad, could be whoever. And so they can't text, they can't do anything on that phone other than either call the person who locked it or call 911. So it's a great way to regain control of your teenagers.
How, if the phone is locked, how do they make that call?
It's an app, so it's not locked in the sense of the way you're used to it being normally locked. It's locked by the app, so the option to make the 911 call is right there.
Oh, okay. You can do that, or you can't call the person. I mean, so the app tells you who locked it, and then you can turn around and hit something, and it'll dial them?
You can either call the person who locked it, or you can call 911, and when you call the person who locked it, clearly you're going to be asking for that unlock code so you can use your phone again.
Wow.
So it's currently only available for Android, though. This is a sad thing for iPhone users. Android is the platform that is used to control the other type of phone that's out there, the Samsungs and the other brands, the non-Apples of the world.
Wow. You think it'll wind up with iPhone soon or what?
Well, what's unique about that is that everything is normally designed iPhone first and then Android second. So in this case, because it was easier for this mom to build the app on Android, it went Android first. So certainly I think it'll eventually end up, if it gains traction, it's only $1.99 to buy the app. So it should gain some traction. I think it's a good idea. And if the mom is making money, she's going to take the time to go out there and make the Apple app as well.
Wow. I know that, is it Jamie King? Isn't that her name? The actress recently was on TV with Conan O'Brien, and she said she used Uber rather than an ambulance to get to the hospital when she started having labor pains. I got to ask you, I'm sorry, I'm behind the scenes. What is Uber?
Well, it's another app. The world is going to apps, right? So the Uber app is a great way for you to find a ride. It's a replacement for taxis and limousine services that you're used to, where you call and make reservations days in advance, or you call right now and you ask for a taxi and it takes forever for them to show up. The neat thing about Uber is that it's an app, and the drivers don't necessarily have to be with a company. It can be individuals who have signed up through Uber and have their own reviews and ratings. And what happens there is they're driving around with their smartphone. You're walking around with your smartphone. You tell Uber that you need a ride. It finds you the closest person, and you're hooked up within 3 minutes. So that's kind of the marketing pitch of Uber. They're only 3 minutes away. So apparently that marketing pitch worked on this actress, and she chose Uber rather than an ambulance when she needed to go to the hospital.
Wow. So that's going to become the newest thing, Uber.
It is, but what's interesting is that it's in so many cities right now, except Las Vegas.
Really? And why is that? Is there a reason behind that, or what?
Well, the reason is you've got taxi cab companies and you've got limo companies who have a lot of influence, so they don't want to see this affect their business, because I think the major difference here is that anybody can be an Uber driver. If you go to Uber.com, you can click right on the button that says Drive for Uber.
Wow. All right. Let me ask you something else. You mentioned we're talking about phones. There are rumors of the new iPhone 6 coming out soon, which I'm interested to see what that's all about. But I understand also, as a result, some of the folks are out there dropping the price of the iPhone 5S and C both.
Yeah, nobody in retail wants to be stuck with an old product. So the iPhone 5S has been dropped from $99 at Walmart down to $79, and of course that's with a contract and all that good stuff. And then the iPhone 5C, which is a less advanced version of the iPhone 5, it's actually down to 97 cents.
Really? And how much is the 5S?
The 5S is now $79, and the 5C is 97 cents.
97 cents.
$79, I meant, for the 5S, clearly.
Right. But 97 cents for the 5C.
Exactly. So they're clearly looking to dump that inventory. It used to be $29 for that 5C, so dropping it down to below $1 is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I paid a lot more than $79 for my 5S. So when the iPhone 6 comes out, can you swap it out, your 5S, for the new one, or how does that work?
No, typically you're locked into a contract period, so you've got to wait. So if you're gonna, this is a great time. If you don't need to have the latest greatest technology, if that's not part of your daily makeup, then you'd be very pleased to have the iPhone 5S. Assuming that you're on a 4 or even a 3 right now, it's a very good upgrade, and it's a decent strategy to not always be on the bleeding edge of technology, because as you know, it's sometimes updates don't go perfectly as planned.
No kidding, Sherlock. Yeah, let me tell you about that one. Fortunately, everything is doing okay right now, but I'm doing okay right now. A little bit of troubles here and there, but it flies. I love my iMac, love my iPhone, and my iPad too, for that matter. I got some more things I want to chat with you about, so stay with me. I'm talking with Kevin Richards. This is our tech news segment. Got to ask you one more thing about the. I know people are very concerned about privacy, but still want to use the net. And I understand there's a new option for search engines. Tell me about this. I'm fascinated.
There is. You and I have talked about DuckDuckGo being a decent alternative to Google.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's worried that Google is the keeper of the world's information, which is actually part of their mission statement. So when you're thinking about your online activities, do you want somebody like Google to be holding on to all that information? They hold on to where you go via your maps. They hold on to what you search for when you're shopping. They hold on to what you search for when you're looking through the news. So when you combine all those things together in one place, you can get a pretty decent idea of the person that you're looking at. So you want to consider searching with maybe a different search engine if you want to stay private. So DuckDuckGo is an example. You and I have talked about that. Mm-hmm. There's also a brand new one. It's called private.me. And it's really unique. It's designed to keep your search history private, just to you. A Google employee can log in and see what searches you've done, Alan, using their tool. With private.me, there's no employee on their end who can do that.
Does that mean that they don't collect what they call cookies?
Well, they do, but they don't, and it holds on to it, but it doesn't necessarily ascribe it to you. So your IP address is not held on to and then assigned with those cookies. It doesn't allow third parties to make the connection between what you searched for and the fact that somebody made a search for a particular keyword phrase. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so they won't be able to there's no history that builds up. I mean, because things are in, I know when you keep certain things, how that goes right back to them again. Cache, does it make sense that they would be, your things would be in cache with them?
Yes, your search is on your device. If somebody comes and takes your computer,
okay,
they're going to be able to see your history. They're going to pull out of your cache. Your cache is a big folder area on your computer that kind of holds files and pieces of information that allows your computer to work faster for you.
Okay.
So what we're looking to do with the search engines is take that information off of their servers. If you go to google.com/search history, you can see everything you searched for.
And there's no such thing with private.me or DuckDuckGo?
Now, DuckDuckGo does not have it, but private.me does have it, but it gives you full control, and it's actually encrypted from private.me, meaning they can't necessarily see your searches that are ascribed to you.
But DuckDuckGo does not have that at all, though?
DuckDuckGo has none of that.
So that's the more private of the two. I would imagine.
Yeah, exactly. DuckDuckGo actually doesn't log IP addresses or use the search cookies that we talked about.
Nothing at all. Wow. All right, so there you go. Options to Google and Yahoo. You've got DuckDuckGo and Private.me. You also got Kevin Richards at Ventura Web Design. If you are a small business looking for a new website, they can do 20 years of experience in internet technology. Kevin Richards, CEO and founder of Ventura Web Design. You can find out more about Ventura Web Design or contact Kevin Richards by going to allenstock.com. On the right-hand side of the page, you'll notice there's a logo that says Ventura Web Design. Click onto that, and you are in communication with Kevin like right now. Kevin, thanks so much for being with us. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk again next week.
Outstanding. Thanks so much, Alan.
Take good care. Kevin Richards with Ventura Web Design.